discussion segment here on the program, and we'll be looking at education system and COVID-19. And to do this, I have with me an educational consultant, Araka Okoliabo. Very good morning and welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so let's start by getting your thought on the pandemic and, of course, the education system.
Thank you. You see, the pandemic, it's something that it's a global phenomenon, you know. And when they're talking about pandemic, I like to see the two sides of it. You know, I like to see the coronavirus. I like to see the COVID-19 part of it. But you need to realize that the pandemic itself, call it coronavirus, call it COVID-19, it's all about the entrenchment of the fourth industrial revolution, which I know many of us in Africa are not yet aware. You know, for some quarters, you know, if you look at the religious folks, you know, they're talking about end time, you know, they're talking about the coming of Christ, the second coming, blah, blah. You know, everybody, different theories, postulations, you know, conspiracy here and there. But the truth of the whole matter is that 1 year has come and gone, and it has dawned on us what exactly what came before us, what we have, you know, before us being the coronavirus. Well, we will also have to look at the historical, you know, past. Had things like this ever happened before? If yes, why? You know, most times, you know, Nigerians would like to know, we know something happened. You understand? But we don't go out of our ways to find out why it happened. And the why, it's what that would give us the edge and leverage, you get, over where we are, and the better methodologies and approaches, you know, to find our way out of this turmoil. Now, looking at our educational system, looking at COVID-19 in general and the post-COVID-19, I would want us to take a historical view of, you know, similar scenario. You know, we have this notion that history repeats itself, but true, history doesn't repeat itself. People repeat history. You know, whatever we see today, it's a creation. It's imaginative power, creative ability of somebody, or what in quote you can refer to as imagined reality. When acted upon through special programs, methodologies, and approaches, then you see it, you know, empirical. Now, talking about fourth industrial revolution, what is even industrial revolution? If you go back to the historical facts, if you look at Marx's historical dialectics or historical materialism, you look at the works of Walter Rudney, you look at the works of Professor Claude Ake, you look at some attributes of work from Bishop Ajayi Crowther, then you juxtapose them with the present hour work of people like Professor PLO Lumumba. You know, you look at the works of Professor Tedeke of the Nigerian Defense Academy, Professor Ta of the Nigerian Defense Academy. You now begin to realize, you know, where we are, where we're coming from, you know, from the historical perspective. Now, look at it from the point of slavery. Let me start from slavery, because there was life, there was a pre-slavery life. Before slavery, what brought about slavery? There was a change in the Industrial Revolution. The means and mode of production changed. So as such, labor in terms of human force and capital, yeah, exactly. Now, but at the point of that Industrial Revolution, there were also theories, assumptions, and postulations from the traditional institutions, especially the church. The church came out to tell us that, slavery, it's man in humanity, it's man in humanity to man, and as such, it's against the will of God.
This is true.
In another way, it's true. But Oh, as such, then they have to stop slavery. But that wasn't the reason why slavery stopped. If you're a good student of political economy, you will realize, if you know why slavery came, then you will know why slavery has to stop. Because there was a replacement. There was a system that was replaced with slavery. So once there is a change in mode of production, automatically the educational system and curriculum changes. It's natural. You get? So once they discovered locomotive engines, once they invented machines that will do what 1,000 slaves will do in 1 month, a machine was invented to do in 1 hour. So as such, they're like, oh man, why do we need manual labor anymore? Since there is invention in machine. So the trade in human beings, it's no more lucrative. Now they have to demarket it and amplify the machine. Locomotive engines. That's where you meet the likes of James Watts and the rest of them. The Barclays Bank. That was where they made their spoil. They got all that they got. And the Queen actually knighted them for their effort. Now, Industrial Revolution comes in with machine. Then we moved in the course of history. You now discover that from locomotive engine, we now move to gas engine. And remember, during the age of the locomotive engine, the curriculum content of learning was mere 3 hours. Arithmetic, reading, writing, and arithmetic, which you can, normal curriculum content, what they want, because when they came for their exploration, they needed people that would be able to calculate, people that will read that and document.
That give them feedback. And
that was the
feedback is for them to be told how
exactly. Thank you. So that formed the educational curriculum at that time: reading, writing, arithmetic. And it wasn't indigenous. It wasn't as a result of our problems. Oh, we looked back and said, we had this problem, so we need to create a curriculum that will be able to solve these problems of ours. The essence of curriculum is about problem solving. You get? Now, we're looking at historical, facts of issues like this. At the point in the Industrial Revolution, when the locomotive engines were still thriving and all that, there was need for coal and palm oil to power those engines. So the trade relationship, you see, it affects every aspect of the society. So it comes with a complete change. You need to begin to think about change management at any point of Industrial Revolution. Because what you know before now, it's actually invalid. It's no more it's no more content of learning. It's no more a mechanism or impetus that will push efficiency in the industry. So there is need for new administrative behavior. And administrative behavior can only come through content of learning. So there must be a new curriculum to suit this. Now, if you move from the locomotive engine, they now de-emphasize when they move to the second wave of the Industrial Revolution, where they now discovered gas engines. They now demarket locomotive engine. As such, demarket production of coal and palm oil in NIFO.
Okay, fast forward to
where we are today. If you remember in the 90s, when we were moving into the third Industrial Revolution, we were told that time will come. If you don't know computer, you will not be employable. If you don't know computer, you won't be able to feed. If you don't know computer, you won't earn money. My brother, today is that day. How ready are we? How prepared are we?
Linking that to the pandemic, how prepared is the Nigerian education system to, be found worthy?
Wow.
The time is now.
Well, we must realize from study, research has shown that we were taken unawares. the pandemic took us unawares. Why did
The
it?
world unawares.
And the world unawares, yeah, but you need to look at countries, how the impact of the pandemic in individual countries will tell you how prepared those countries were.
Yeah,
when I mean preparation, what was the preparation? There was actually a template for preparation, which is Millennium Development Goal, but we never took it serious. From Millennium Development Goal, there was Sustainable Development Goal. Yeah, if you look at these things, if we had implemented at least 60% Millennium Development Goal, we wouldn't have suffered what we suffered during the lockdown and the pandemic. What we suffered this time last year, we wouldn't have suffered it. But the lack of plan, and when I say plan, not just the government now, when I say plan from individual level, from the educational system, from the private sector, from the government, and you know, it's high time in post-COVID-19 we begin to separate politics from administration. There must be a dichotomy if we are to meet up with post-COVID-19. You know, even the oh my God, see, post-COVID-19 is still far. We're talking about the next 20, 25 years, 30 years, which should be and must be derived.
Yeah, but the WHO is saying by 2022, I mean, COVID will be a thing of the past.
Yeah, that is, you see, this is the same mindset with an average Nigerian. You are talking about coronavirus. What World Health Organization is talking about is coronavirus, not COVID-19. Coronavirus. Hold on. No. If you research properly.
Araka.
Yeah.
They're the same thing. The World Health Organization have made it clear. Coronavirus disease 2019 gives you COVID-19. So,
okay. Look deeper. Separate.
It's just an acronym.
I know. In that acronym, why the acronym? Why? See, until we begin to find out why, not just how. Why? Why is the fundamental thing in life is the why of life. It's not about technological know-how.
So who should be bothered with the why?
You, me, Nigerians, everybody, individual bodies. What is the why? COVID-19 has two faces. Take it or you leave it. It has the coronavirus face, which already has a vaccine. So already there's a solution to coronavirus. But the COVID-19, the post-COVID, the economic issues, the change it came with, where is the vaccine? For the first time, we're talking about Zoom now. We're talking about digital education. Where is the vaccine for those ones? If by 2022, we're all vaccinated,